Hey everyone, Chad Hasty here, host of the Chad Hasty Show, which airs weekday mornings 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time on News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 AM KFYO. If you're not in the Lubbock area, you can always listen online at KFYO.com. So over the weekend, one of the big either fears or maybe anticipation from some in the media was that President Trump could order a strike on North Korea. Obviously, that did not play out. However, the North Koreans did have a military parade, and then the very next day they attempted to launch a missile that about 4 to 5 seconds after they launched the missile to test out, it blew up, or as the U.S. says, it fizzled out. Now there's some news that the United States may have sabotaged that launch by cyber warfare. According to Fox News, some in the Deputy National Security Advisor, K.T. McFarland, said, well, it was a fizzle. That's what happened with the North Korean failed missile launch. And she also said, quote, we can't talk about secret intelligence and things that might have been done, covert operations. I really have no comment. So that gets everybody speculating that the U.S. had something to do with the North Korean missile failing about 4 to 5 seconds after the launch. I think it's entirely possible that the U.S. did. The U.S. probably trying out some cybersecurity warfare against the North Koreans, making the North Koreans very unhappy. And if they can do so, if they can infiltrate in that way, it's better than launching a few missiles at North Korea. I think eventually you may see some conflict really brew up on the Korean Peninsula. I think at some point the U.S. may have to act in order to prevent the North Koreans from launching a nuclear weapon or a payload that would cause devastating effects to either South Korea or Japan, or yes, even to the United States. But that didn't happen this weekend, and really all the buzz that was out there, if you've noticed, with President Trump already, with the strikes against Syria, with the Moab being dropped in Afghanistan, really there was no hype before these actions were taken. There wasn't a lot of talk before those actions were taken. So with all the talk that was going on this weekend, didn't surprise me at all that there was no strike on North Korea. I think that if the president does want to strike the North Korean military, strike their nuclear capabilities, I think he'll do so at a time when, quite frankly, those in the media and the rest of us are paying attention to other things going on in our lives and in the world. So maybe that means next week, the week after, maybe that means in a few months or a few years. We really have no idea. But if the U.S. did have something to do with the missile fizzling out, I say good job to the Trump administration and good job to the U.S. military. It'll be interesting to see what happens this week. If there's any fallout, if North Korea continues to have provocative actions towards the United States and the allies. Tune in to the Chad Hasty Show weekday mornings 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time on News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 AM KFYO. Have a fantastic day. Hope you had a great Easter weekend. We'll catch you back on the show Monday from 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time.